Hello, children. Hello, my children. I know I can call every one of you a children because you are all children. You have been were childs, and now you're just a children because you're always a children. But anyway, this here showing here is not for the faint of heart or the delicate people or the dainty people or people like that. People that are people that have only fancy art supplies and stuff. Ooh, it's going to take a lot of stirring. I've got me a can of white house paint here, and I'm stirring it up. See, this is going to be my crafting crown. It was a Colonel Sanders chicken bucket, and I washed it out really good. How come this doesn't look white? Oh well, it doesn't matter what color it is. It was in the shed, and it looks white on the outside, so I assumed it was white, but it kind of has a green tint to it. That's okay. I don't mind. I'm stirring it with my pencil. Not a pencil. It's a paintbrush, but it's the handle of the paintbrush. So, I'm trying to get it stirred up good. It feels like it's stirred up good. I don't know why it looks kind of green. That's okay. I don't mind. It's all right, because it's going to be my my thinking crown cap. My thinking cap for for when I need to think about what I'm doing. Okay? So there. Now I have this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint this. Now, Miss Katrine Henson, dear her heart, she's just a beautiful lady. And she is the one that kind of give us a bit of a challenge to make it. She has got a crown that she wears when she needs to think, and when she needs help thinking. And she challenged us to, yeah, now it looks white. She challenged us to make our own thinking crown. Katrina's Crafty Kitchen thinking crown. And so I figured, well, I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do first, whoopsie, is I'm going to put on a couple coats of this here white paint. See, now it's looking white on here. I'm going to put a couple coats of this white paint on first. And then, oops, I'm getting it all over this glass mat, but I should have put paper under it so that all that drips would be for something else later on, but I didn't do that, so it's all good. Okay, I got some drippage going on here, but every bit of my drippage is going to be more. Good thing I put on my apron. I'm gonna after this dries, I hope my hair dryer doesn't make too much noise. But after I get this part dry, then I'm gonna put another coat of white paint on it. Then I'm gonna put some varnish. I got this stuff here from the hardware store. Polyacrylic. I hope it's gonna work, because what Katrine uses is something that she gets in Denmark, and so we got this. I sent my husband over to the hardware store so he could get me some of that. Heck with the art store. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to give it a couple coats because that's the way Katrine does. She puts like 2 coats. Because I want this Crafty Crown to last as long as Colonel Sanders lasted. I think he was quite an old dude whenever he bought the farm, you know. So I want my crown to last. See, when I cut this piece out here, it looks like a garage door. That's because when I fit it on my head, it's a little big, and so this is going to be where my eyes go. You know what I think I'm going to do after I make this one? I may get another bucket. We might have to eat internal fried chicken. We might have to eat fried chicken again so I can get another bucket. I wonder if I just went there and asked them for a bucket, if they'd give me one. They might. Because I was just thinking that would be cool to make like a little a house for a little house for a gnome house. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through there one day and buy something cheap and ask him if I can just have a bucket for free. Well, maybe they'll charge me 25 cents. I would pay 25 cents for an empty bucket. And so this is what I'm doing now first. First, I put some gesso on it because my friend Susan Hill, she said I should gesso it first because it was kind of slick, you know. It didn't really feel like wax, but it kind of felt like plasticky. So I first put on some gesso, and then Katrine puts 2. Well, I haven't seen her do one with a bucket. I only seen her crown, which her crown is heavenly. It is heavenly. So I'm gonna make this one sort of like hers, but not exactly like hers. But I think it's gonna be pretty nice. So I'm gonna get these two layers of this here. Now this is where smart people would edit. They would just edit this part of it out because they would think it was boring. I don't think it's boring. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. Even the hairdryer part. Some people use a regular heat gun. I don't know what the difference is between a heat gun and a hairdryer, but this is a Revlon Quiet Dry 1875. It seems to dry stuff just fine. So I'm giving it a good dry. And got here me some drink. I get so thirsty. So I fill this jug up with vodka. Not really. It's Crystal Light. Generic Crystal Light. So sometimes I just fill it up with water. But sometimes when I want a stiff drink, I make Crystal Light. But so what this is going to be all decorated. I have gems. You know, after I get the painting done, I'm going to put the paint on it first. Well, first I put the gesso. Now I'm getting this paint dry. It's just like, what is it? Latex semi-gloss wall and trim. Recommended for family rooms, children's room, and hallways. Well, I don't know why they recommend it for just those rooms. I think it should also be recommended for crafting crowns. This is the Crafting Crown group. And if you've never watched Katrine Henson, she doesn't always wear her crown because she doesn't always need it. Sometimes she just thinks of stuff and it just comes right out of the tips of her fingers without thought. But after I put this 2 coats, okay, let me check. I think, yeah, good. Now I'm going to put coat number 2. After I put coat, that went in a little thick. I should probably put my paint in a smaller vessel. than a big gallon jug. But after I put 2 coats of this, then I'm going to put 2 coats of varnish. I won't make you watch the varnish. I'm just giving you an idea. But and then I'm going to do this in parts. I'll come to part 2 of I'll make this like a series, like a soap opera. And in my next life, I'm going to be more professional. But in this life, it's too late to teach an old dog new tricks. So I don't have that professionalism down yet. But after I do this coat now and I get this one dry, then I'm going to put on this here stuff, whatever I said it was, varnish. I'll put that on there. I learned this from Katrine. I'm not kidding you. She's a smart chick. I want to go over there to Denmark and meet her one day. Wonder what a plane ticket would cost to go to Denmark. She wouldn't have no room for me, though, because she got a little bitty place, and they're making it a little bittier. That's okay. I could bring a tent along, sleep in the yard. I could do that, because I'd love to meet her. She sounds like so much fun. She is fun, I can tell. And she understands regular people, so if you're just like regular, you'll like her. If you're like real fancy, though, and only use... Well, actually, if you're real fancy and you use just fancy stuff, well, then you should go watch her, because then you'll see that you don't need fancy stuff. But after I go with the varnish on here, then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go... You know when you tear your napkins and you tear the backs of the napkins off, and you don't throw them napkins away, you use those. You use that white part, and then you go over the whole thing. When the second coat of varnish is still wet, I hope I got this right, Katrine. When your second coat of varnish is still wet, then I'm going to put my that napkin stuff over it. You know, the lining, the white part over it. Then I'm going to paint it again a couple of coats and give it a couple more coats of varnish. And then I think I'm going to go over it with a pretty part of a napkin and see what happens. What did I do with the lid? Did y'all see what I did with the lid? Oh, there it is. Thought I lost the lid. This is all I'm going to show you right now. You'll have to come back to part number 2 whenever I get part number 2 up there. I got to clean this mess up right here, though. Ooh, I forgot I was working on these AT discs, AT coins, ATC, AT coins. Look at all these I have in here. So, all my sort of finished ones. They're not all the way finished. Boy, am I having fun with them. I'll probably get more than I'll ever need. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you. That's it. That's what you get. What you see is what you get. Okay, now, but I'm going to read you something. I'm going to read you something. Just because it's just my, I can't get my book in the paint, though, because I ain't ruining. Let's see. Let me find something. I let go of the need for this condition. Wait a minute, I don't want to read that one. My home is a peaceful haven. Yeah, that one. I'll read that one. My home is a peaceful haven. If you want to move from where you are, thank your present home for being there for you. Appreciate it. Don't say, oh, I hate this place, because then you aren't going to find something you really love. Love where you are so you can open yourself to a wonderful new place. Look at your home. Is it a place where you really want to live? Is it comfortable and joyous? Or is it cramped and dirty and always messy? If you don't feel good about it, you are never going to enjoy it. Your home is a reflection of you. What state is it in? Clean out your closets and your refrigerator. Ooh, I think I read this one just the other day. Take all the stuff in the closets that you haven't worn in a period of time and sell it. Give it away or burn it. Get rid of it so that you can make room for the new. As you say, as you let it go, say, I am cleaning out the closets of my mind. Do the same with your refrigerator. Clean out all the foods and scraps that have been there for a while. People who have very cluttered closets and cluttered refrigerators have cluttered minds. Make your home a wonderful place to live in. And you know what? That is true. And I am in the process of getting rid of a lot of things because I was a collector of things for so long, of just things that you couldn't do anything with it except set them on a shelf and dust them. Well, I now am still a collector of things, but I collect crafting things, and I don't let them get dusty. There's no time for them to get dusty. And so anything that collects dust for no reason, I'm getting rid of it all. I have a cow collection that I took them all down and washed them all up nice and shiny and wrapped them up in paper towels and stuff. They're in a box. They're going to the thrift shop. And I used to collect Boyd's bears, you know, the Boyd, Boyds, Boyd's bears. Do you know what? They are dust collectors. So those are going to get cleaned up. Those are just going to be dusted off by putting them in the dryer with some dryer sheets, and the dryer will suck the dust off of them. And then guess what? Them things cost me an arm and a leg. But do you know what? I don't care. I am donating them too. But and that will make more space for my stuff that I don't have to dust. Well, I do have to dust some of it, but not much. Okay, that's it. I'm going to let you go now. It's only been 16 minutes. That's pretty cool. Okay, love you all, and I hope to see you on the next video, either mine or yours. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, but I'm not getting rid of my cow apron. Okay, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Mouse, 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 mouse.